TRN News.
A former Nashville paramedic is now in custody and is accused of killing his wife and his father-in-law. The Clarksville Police Department has confirmed Matthew Conan was arrested in Sumner County yesterday. A grand jury has indicted the 35-year-old on first-degree murder charges over the January 2021 killings of Rachel Conan and David Rogers. Conan was previously implicated in the murders, but charges were ultimately not filed due to a lack of evidence. Frazier celebrated the grand opening of a new 23,000 square foot public library on Thursday. Located on James Road, the facility includes learning centers, a media production room, a gaming area, and community spaces. The project was made possible through city support and over 2,000 community petitions. I'm Joe Lincoln.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't seen your lap in months. And even more stuff. But still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
A teenage video gamer in Tennessee is being celebrated after he thwarted a potential deadly attack in Northern California. The teen had been playing online video games on May 9th when he heard two of his teammates talking about school violence. The kid then told his parents and called the Tehama County Sheriff's Office and told them about what he heard. In a news conference, Sheriff Dave Klain said they executed a search warrant and found improvised explosive devices with plans to cause 100 casualties at Evergreen Middle School in Cottonwood. The two suspects, aged 14 and 15, are now in custody. The 2025 season schedule for the Tennessee Titans is out now. The regular season will get started with an away game in Denver. The Titans then play their home opener against the LA Rams on September 14th. The full schedule is posted at TennesseeTitans.com. I'm Joe Lincoln, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The Cookeville City Council has approved a $3.2 million purchase of a 5-acre property in the city's west side area. City officials say they plan to create up to 150 parking spaces on the property, which is adjacent to the Cookeville Depot Museum, with the remaining acreage reserved for green space or future development. A Cookeville man has pleaded guilty to reckless endangerment charges, accusing him of firing a gun into a restaurant near Tennessee Tech last year. 31-year-old Chaz Colton Miller entered the pleas in court last week. The felonies carry a sentence of 3 to 6 years, but Miller's plea agreement indicates he will seek judicial diversion. His sentencing hearing is scheduled for September 18th. The State Department of Education says it received more than 33,000 applications for school vouchers within hours of the program's launch last week. For the upcoming school year, 20,000 scholarships will be awarded to be used at more than 200 participating private schools. The program made possible following approval from state lawmakers earlier this year. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. Scattered shower and storm chances return to the region today. 1 or 2 storms could be strong with gusty winds and hail. Highs will top out in lower 80s. Southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Overnight, we may see a stray shower or storm with lows falling into the upper 60s. We're still watching Tuesday for the threat of severe weather. It appears the afternoon to evening hours will be our focus for the potential of damaging winds, large hail, and even tornadoes. Once thunderstorms clear out Tuesday night, we'll turn drier and cooler for the remainder of the work week. Highs will be in the mid-70s Wednesday, upper 60s to around 70 Thursday and Friday, with overnight lows in the upper 40s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune and dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:14. Good morning there, Sheila.
Happy Monday morning and happy birthday to my sister, Heather.
Hey, birthday, Heather.
It's her birthday today, my little sis,
Well,
who's taller than me. Of course, isn't everybody?
just about.
Yeah, true.
I mean, if they're shorter than you, it's kind of like,
Ooh, they're real short.
yeah.
But I feel like, I'm just a little under average at 5'3".
Just a little.
Just a little.
Little.
There's some that are 5 foot.
Boy.
But happy birthday to my sis.
A few things you need to know. There is a local kid in the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vandy. His name is Evan Hayes. And they're looking for well wishes cards, get well cards and
Yes.
things like that, as many as we can send. And you can send that to Evan Hayes, room 12311, 12311. That's at 2200 Children's Way, Nashville, Tennessee, 37232. If you missed that, let me know. He is currently fighting leukemia. Treatment is going to require him to remain in the hospital for a month. So we're going to try to send him as much cards to brighten his day and wish well wishes and all that stuff. So if you can do that, that'd be awesome. If you can't, that's fine too. But just a little heads up, if that's something you want to be involved in, sounds like a good thing.
We need to share that on Good Morning Cookeville too.
Okay.
So we'll do that. Maybe not right now since we're on the air, but we will. Molly Brown, our friend that has toured the Upper Cumberland and her van that she does, she said she's going to pause operations for Tour the Upper Cumberland. She's been doing that, I think, about 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a good minute.
And it's been successful, too.
Sure. Yeah.
She said she's been pondering and praying about the decision. She's going to pause it, and it is up for sale.
Okay.
So if someone does want to buy the Tour the Upper Cumberland van and take over the business, that is going to be for sale. And she said she views her 10 years as highly successful, and I do too. She did a wonderful job with that, and I think she's taken on some different endeavors now. She's going to devote more time and energy to family and friends, and she said just silliness and pursuing other interests. So, I mean, that's
awesome.
a lot of time to spend on that. And then, of course, all of her weekends were spent, with that and taking care of the tours. So congratulations to her, and it's nothing wrong with it, just moving on to something else.
When Lauren Wheaton was in here Friday, we talked about the Wilson plant, and so I did find out the stats on that. So from 1946 to 1989, the Cookeville Wilson plant made uniforms for professional teams in every major professional sport except boxing. Every uniform worn by professional athletes in baseball, tennis, football, basketball, golf, and soccer came from Cookeville. Each professional uniform was custom tailored to the specifications of the individual athlete. Several who came to Cookeville, including Sandy Koufax and Pete Rose.
Oh, my goodness.
They visited to be fitted, and they even hired professional athletes to consult and advise them on better fitting uniforms.
That's pretty amazing.
From 1946 to 1989, every
sport except boxing. That's the only one, because they didn't make gloves, I guess.
Came from Cookeville.
The boxing gloves.
Isn't that amazing?
That's
so. I mean, that's
astonishing. Actually,
that green space that they're going to build over there, it has to have something to do with that. That is too cool of a history.
Because not everybody knows that history. I didn't even know.
Right.
I mean, we knew a little bit about it.
I heard about it through my life, but I've never
you didn't know even that many people and that almost all except one sport.
Yeah.
Out of Cookeville, Tennessee.
Right. So I mean, from 1949 to 1946 to 1989, every single one.
That's amazing.
You know how many great
all your favorite sports and all the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And all,
that's what I say. How many great sporting events happened during that time? So many great things that happened in sports.
A Cookeville connection.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
So we got to do something cool.
Who would have ever thought that, really?
Anyway, went down the little Wilson rabbit hole this weekend. So I want to make sure I was right on that, and I was mostly right on that deal. In fact, it's even cooler than what I thought. So anyway,
so it does really need. That's a huge part of our town's history.
I'm on a thing now. I want to make that happen somehow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we definitely need to make that happen, because that's important. I mean, gosh, that's big. Well, the second annual Summer Family Fun Day is coming up at All Good City Park. I'm trying to see. On June 21st, 9 to 5. They're going to have free admission and parking, up to 100 vendors, food trucks, baked goods, live music, live DJ, petting zoo, kids crafts, just a whole lot going on. So mark your calendars for June 21st, Summer Family Fun Day at All Good City Park. That's cool.
Sheila, since we got going here a little late, we had a little bit of a computer issue with our sound. Let's go ahead and get into your 2 cents. Tell us what it is. That's brought to you by Freedom Pond there at 49 Mayberry Street there in Sparta.
What's the first memory you think of when you think about fun in your childhood?
All right.
So childhood memories.
Okay.
We'll topic.
We'll get in on that here in just a little bit here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pond, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pond Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pond, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
your home your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window studio. Hey, if you missed any of the show this morning and you just want to go back and watch it, a couple opportunities for you. Several opportunities, as a matter of fact. On Hub Plus, you can watch it on demand. You can watch it on YouTube and Facebook after the show. Or at 11, you can watch it on Hub Plus again as we play it again.
At 11?
Have a little rerun.
That's kind of new.
At 11, yeah. So there's plenty of opportunities for you guys to watch and be part of Good Morning Cookeville if you want to. I mean, no one's forcing you or nothing. I don't want you to
I
think
might
that.
want to force you.
Sheila wants to force you, but it's 6:23 now.
And your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pond. They're located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. And they have anything from guns to ammo to guitars, even pontoon boats. Yes, they have one right now.
They did.
Yeah, they still have one.
I thought they did. I thought I saw one over there.
Yeah. What is this about childhood memories? The question is, what's the first memory you think of when you think about fun childhood memories?
My on Saturday mornings, my pa would come get me. So I'd get up, have breakfast, watch a few cartoons. Then I got into the truck with my grandpa.
Ready to get in trouble with grandpa.
And so we would go and we would, quote, do around. And that meant, riding through the cattle or getting on a tractor and doing something. And then we'd go visiting the rest of the day. So we'd go to these old men's house and sit around. I'd listen to them, and there was just something so fun about that. When I look back on that, that is some,
that helped make you the man you are today.
Well, yeah, it made me a contrarian from
from way back.
A little fella,
I love it.
Because all I would hear on Saturday mornings was these old men talking,
Yeah.
So, but it was a blast because you'd hear all the old stories and things like that, and they were so great at telling stories, and they just draw you right in. And whether it was my pa, my Uncle Birch, had fellas with
Uncle Birch. Boy, that sounds like a character.
We go visit a man. His name was S.T. I don't know what his name was, but S.T.
Boy, that sounded all secretive.
Then I had another uncle named Dealer. Yeah. And we go
Birch,
visit him.
Dealer,
S.T.
and S.T.
Yeah. Yeah. Then there's this little store out on Highway 70. Paul Klaus's he had a potbelly stove in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it's cold, you'd sit around. I mean, it was just, I don't know, just old men sitting around talking. And looking back now,
yeah,
that was the most fun because it was like you were one of them.
Yeah. You felt all grown.
I felt all grown up too.
Yeah. For me, it was riding my bike we had big property on the hill and going through. I felt like I was getting into so many different adventures, and I felt like my bike was my car. That's what I felt like.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But I could only stay on our property. It's not like I drove it on the road or anything, but I acted like it was my car.
Yeah.
We had one of those little stores close to our home about a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
They had a potbelly stove in there too.
Those were the days. All the world's problems were solved.
Yes. Oh, I mean, we need to hang out with Grandma and hang out down by the local stores.
Yeah, if you're not hanging out with our senior citizens, you're missing you're missing
that's
out.
The truth. You're missing all kinds of stories. So our question this morning, what was the first memory you think of when you think about fun childhood memories? Sheila Caudill said, coming inside when the street lights came on.
Yeah.
That's good.
I grew up in the country. We didn't have street lights.
No. It was like, if it's getting dark, you better get in to Mama, because
I came in when Mama hollered for me.
Yeah. Jim said, playing outside with no care in the world until the street lights came on. There's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Then your butt better be home.
That's right.
Eileen's like me. She liked riding her bike. She said she rode her bike to the park, playing for hours on the hot metal slide and swings. She said it was an evil hot metal slide.
Mm-hmm. But it made us tougher in who we are today.
Yeah.
Wasn't all these safety precautions back then. Only the strong survived.
That's right. That's right. Tana said she loved playing in the creek, playing softball in the backyard.
Oh, I did love playing in the creek.
I did too. That creek, it had all kinds of critters.
Man, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I would build dams.
You were a little beaver.
Yeah.
You'd build your own dam in a little creek.
I'd collect rocks and build dams, and I was like my own personal TVA out there.
Well, now they're saying don't move the rocks around. You could hurt the wild. I'm thinking, that's part of the fun.
It's all right. They'll survive.
Only the strong survive.
That's right, yeah.
And that will be better for their species.
It will be in the long run.
Sarah said she remembers hanging out with her mama, Gwen, and Papa Gerald at the flea market.
Oh my gosh, the Crossville flea market.
Sarah, you brought back so many memories because my pa loved going to the flea market.
Yeah.
He would wheel and deal and trade some of his stuff. And it was just like, when I went a couple of times with my pa to the flea market, and that was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I thought it was like this whole other world that was just so much fun.
Yeah, we'd go up there, then in Crossville, the stock barn's right across the street.
Yeah.
So we go and look through the flea market. Then we go over to the stock barn because they'd have their horses for sale over there.
Day of fun right there.
And they had they still do. I don't know if it's any count now, but back then the restaurant that was in front of the stock barn in Crossville, one of the best burgers I ever had. Is either one of the best burgers I ever had, or I was just having the best time.
Right, because
ever.
food tastes better when you're with people you love.
I don't know which one it was, but I sure did enjoy myself.
Well, a lot of people are saying fishing, riding their bike, playing in the creek. Wayne said, my daddy throwing corn cobs up on the porch roof and then lifting me up on a chair so I could fetch him. I was 4 years old, probably my oldest memory. That's cute, isn't it?
That is. Got spoiler alert coming up next. Just the latest from the world of entertainment and music. Got some great guests for you later on today, too. Jana Underwood, Miss Tennessee. She'll be going to the Miss USA pageant to represent the great state of Tennessee. And then Putnam County Sheriff Eddie Ferris will be in a little bit later this morning, too. So hang out with us here. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Foglight Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. Scotty Scheffler won his third major championship of his career yesterday, winning the PGA Championship by 5 shots. Scheffler finished at 11 under par, 5 clear of Bryson DeChambeau, Harris English, and Davis Riley. Scheffler joined Seve Ballesteros as the only golfers to win their first 3 majors by more than 3 shots. The Oklahoma City Thunder rolled past the Denver Nuggets 125-93 in Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals yesterday. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led with 35 points for OKC. The Thunder will host the Minnesota Timberwolves starting on Tuesday in the Western Conference Finals. The Philadelphia Phillies are losing reliever Jose Alvarado due to an 80-game suspension brought down by the MLB. Alvarado tested positive for the PED exogenous testosterone. The Phillies said it was from a weight loss drug that Alvarado was on during the offseason, but they will not appeal the ban. A jersey worn by Michael Jordan for 17 games during the 1992-1993 season sold at auction yesterday for $2.6 million. Jordan led the NBA in scoring that season for the 7th straight season, and the Bulls won their first three-peat. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:33 now.
Some thunderstorms today with a high in the upper 70s. We've got 64 right now.
Think we'll really get any thunderstorms today?
I'd say we will. I don't know what time. Anthony Taylor will know that.
They've been close a few times. And I was real concerned about it. When I got my whole yard mowed.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, by the way. Looks like a golf course. But who's bragging? Me. Let's see here. Spoiler alert. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. Jimmy Fallon's got Tom Cruise on tonight, and the musical guest is Shakira.
Oh.
Her hips don't lie.
Never.
Everything else might, but the hips don't. Angela Bassett's going to be on Stephen Colbert. On regular TV tonight, got a special edition of 2020 called Bad Romance. Also on ABC, it's Paradise. On CBS, you got Price is Right at Night, NCIS, and NCIS Origins. Lego Masters is on Fox. So is America's Most Wanted. And The Voice is on NBC. So is Yes Chef. Some new things to streaming. Season 1 on Peacock of The Council, spelled with a K, not a C. On Peacock, season 1 of Older, Hotter, and Wiser.
Girls, I'm older, hotter, and that reminds me of that fried green tomatoes.
I can identify with that.
Tawanda.
Yeah.
Remember that?
No, never seen Fried Green Tomatoes.
I think you'd like that one. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't like fried green tomatoes as far as eating. 2, it looks a little too emotional for me.
But it's funny. There's lots of funny parts. It's not as emotional as Still Magnolias, and you've seen that.
People Like Me, that's on Peacock, season 1 of that. And on Peacock, season 1 of The Warehouse, which I don't know anything about. But I do have Peacock. I need to see what's on there.
I know we've been waiting for the Poker Face to come back.
I thought it was back.
And it is what I was going to remind people. But we haven't started watching it yet.
Okay.
But I know it's back.
Tom Cruise is developing sequels to Top Gun Maverick and Days of Thunder.
Whoa. Tom Cruise, what you doing?
In the interview with Today Show Australia, he says, we're thinking and talking about many different stories that we could do and what's possible. It took me 35 years to figure out Top Gun Maverick. Lord, that was 35 years in between Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick.
But he did good on that one.
So all these things we're working on, we're discussing Days of Thunders and Top Gun Maverick.
I really did like Days of Thunder, too. I thought that was good.
Days of Thunder was a great movie. I loved it.
Are they going to... Surely he's not going to be racing at the age he is now.
No, but...
have a younger one like they did in
maybe.
Maverick.
I guess. I don't know how that'll work out.
I don't blame him, though. That was two of his best movies.
Yeah. Marissa Tomei and Sam Rockwell will star in a zombie comedy called Hellbound.
A zombie comedy.
In the movie, when a zombie outbreak hits small town New York, a washed-up veterinarian must team up with his ex-wife and her new cop boyfriend to stop President William White and his right-hand man, General Graves, from destroying New York City.
I do like Sam Rockwell and Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
I might give it a shot because those two are, especially Sam Rockwell, he's hilarious.
I'm having a hard time placing him. Marissa Tomei, I know exactly who that is, but
Well, he was in this last season of White Lotus, but he's been in some. Oh, do you know the Green Mile? He was actually the guy that was mean and was in jail. That
still having a hard time.
ooh, he was the mean one that.
I'll Google him here in a minute.
Yeah, but he's funny. He wasn't in Green Mile though.
Dakota Johnson revealed that her husband, Don Johnson,
Oh, that's her daddy.
yeah, cut her off financially after she didn't get into Juilliard and chose not to attend college. In an interview with Elle, she said, I didn't get in, and my dad cut me off because I didn't go to college.
You said husband there at first.
Oh, my bad.
That's why I was like, no, her daddy.
Her dad, Don Johnson.
She is dating Chris Martin from Coldplay.
Now, is that like Don Johnson?
Yes.
Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Dakota Johnson's daddy is Don Johnson.
Yes, and Mama Melanie Griffith.
You're kidding me.
No.
I had no idea.
really didn't?
I did not know that.
I knew that before that movie 50 Shades of Grey come out and everybody was talking about her and I was just like,
She was in 50 Shades of Grey?
she sure was.
That little Dakota Johnson?
Which I know a lot of y'all love that, but it's not her best role. I think she did good in that role, but she's been in other movies since.
Man, I didn't
She's
know.
a good actress.
I didn't know any of that. Well, I'm learning a lot this morning.
You're welcome.
In her new documentary, My Mom Jane, Mariska Hargitay reveals that her biological father is Italian entertainer Nelson Sardelli, not Mickey Hargitay, who raised her.
Oh. That's kind of a bombshell, isn't it?
I guess. Mariska Hargitay is my favorite answer. If I don't know who,
And it's fun to say.
you're right. If I don't know who an actress is, I'll be like, oh, that's the Mariska Hargitay.
You know her mama, right? Who her mama was?
No.
Jane Mansfield.
Oh, okay. Well, looky there.
I'm full of useless
Man.
knowledge this morning. So you never knew that either?
No.
I thought most people knew that.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
she's got a story to tell.
I didn't know that. You remember Joe Exotic?
Yes.
All right, Tiger King.
Yeah.
And well, you know, he's
in jail, right?
He's in jail, and well, his his little fella, we'll call him. He got deported to Mexico on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did ICE get a hold to him?
that's what it looks like. So
His little fella?
his little fella got deported. In case y'all are still keeping up with Joe Exotic. At the box office over the weekend, Final Destination Bloodlines comes in at number 1 with $51 million. Thunderbolts at number 2. Sinners comes in at 3. A Minecraft movie drops to 4, and The Accountant is holding steady at number 5. The Accountant brought in $5 million.
Wow, and that's number 5, and that's still doing pretty good.
Yeah. So if you went to the movies over the weekend, y'all were part of all that.
Did you?
No, I did not go to
You
the
were
movies.
mowing.
Yeah. Now,
You were mowing your illustrious golf course, which it's not really a golf course.
it's looking that way though, Sheila. It's really pretty. We did some seating and some stuff like that before winter.
Yeah.
And it's really come in.
It's nice.
Oh yeah. It's like a carpet. That's what Donna keeps saying. She said, it's like a carpet.
Oh, she's proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, look at that. It's like a carpet. I'm like, yeah.
It does. A well manicured lawn.
That's right,
looks so
baby.
good. Like,
It's just
I did that just for you.
looks just like a carpet, don't it, baby? That's Donna's love language is the yard.
Mm-hmm.
The yard looks good. She feels good.
And she loves her hubby for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you keep that thing looking good, then everything else just falls right into place.
That's right. That's right.
Good stuff.
Take out the trash and mow that lawn, baby.
Thought I had another story in here, Sheila, but I guess I don't.
It's a good thing I added to it with all my extra knowledge.
Yeah, no
today.
kidding. I thought there was something in here about the Diddy trial that I printed out for you, but I guess I didn't. Sorry about that.
There's more Diddy news, huh?
Well, it's just an update on the trial. It's
Trial.
they get Cassie's done with her part now, so
And that's his ex-girlfriend that was with him for like 11 years.
right, there'll be some other parts or some other people taking the stand. Apparently, his bodyguard has a lot of stories to tell.
Oh, wow.
So-
Is it, I guess, former bodyguard?
Well, he doesn't need one in jail.
He probably does, but
I don't know. I figure P. Diddy's probably doing pretty good in jail.
ain't no telling.
I mean, he's P. Diddy. I mean, P. Diddy in jail, that sounds like, he might have a crew by now.
He might.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm on P. Diddy's crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to say they knew
Right.
him and were
That's right.
friends with him.
That's right. So I imagine, he's saying he's having a hard time, but
But what else you gonna say?
what else you going to say? I mean, you're in jail. I mean, you don't want to make
Can't
it
say, hey, I've got an underground thing going on.
right.
in
You
jail.
don't want to make jail sound great.
But I would say he's already getting his people around him,
Yeah.
people he could trust.
So, and they're not showing any of it in video. So all we have is the drawings from court, which, by the way, whoever does that is just talented because they got to do that on pretty quick.
Yes.
But it looks like he's turned full gray. Like his hair's turned gray, his beard's turned gray.
He's hating that.
Yeah, I'd say
Because
he is.
the reason he turned is because he hadn't had color in prison.
That's right.
So I'm sure
Guess
he's
they
been
don't-
dyeing his hair.
I guess they don't offer that in jail.
Yeah.
We'll ask Eddie Ferris when he's in here after 7:30.
He'll laugh at that. He'll go, "Psh, we don't give them color. No nice amenities like color or Botox.
It's 6:44. Thank y'all so much for watching us on Hub Plus, whether you're watching it on the Roku app. If you are, we appreciate that. About 2,000 downloads of the Hub Plus app
Yay.
on Roku. So
Thank you guys so much.
for those of you who've done that, we really appreciate it. Also, you can watch it on YouTube. You can search Hub Plus TV on YouTube and get there. You can see it on Facebook, Hub Plus TV there. Good Morning Cookeville. Hip Cookeville shares it, so you could plenty of places to watch it. No matter how you're doing it, we really appreciate it. Share with your friends. Let them know where Good Morning Cookeville is. Still a lot of people asking. So if y'all could help us get the word out, we really would appreciate it. Coming up next, we've got The Real Good. That's on the way. And Ask Sheila or Ask Sheila.
Yeah, we'll. You know what? We should probably just take turns. One week me, another week
I just
you.
want
People
you
like
to.
it.
I just want you to be happy, Sheila.
Happy all the time, Jason. Thank you.
That's all coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931 Window 1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. Scattered shower and storm chances return to the region today. 1 or 2 storms could be strong with gusty winds and hail. Highs will top out in lower 80s. Southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Overnight, we may see a stray shower or storm with lows falling into the upper 60s. We're still watching Tuesday for the threat of severe weather. It appears the afternoon and evening hours will be our focus for the potential of damaging winds, large hail, and even tornadoes. Once thunderstorms clear out Tuesday night, we'll turn drier and cooler for the remainder of the work week. Highs will be in the mid-70s Wednesday, upper 60s to around 70 Thursday and Friday, with overnight lows in the upper 40s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila with you. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. And Willow Window's doing so much. They've got, of course, windows. That's what they're known for. Plus garage doors, other doors.
Entry doors.
Custom
window treatments. And new summer space, which you can make your own cabana at your home.
Yeah.
You can also
at the Copa
Cabana
from Willow Window.
You can close your deck and have the windows to open or shut them in the wintertime. You can even have your own.
Their new jingle.
Cabana
at the Copa Cabana from Willow Window. It will make your. I don't know. We'll have to write that out.
John's out there. He don't even know you're singing about him.
He don't even know.
John Norris, the owner.
Let's see here. Time for the real good. Couple of stories that are positive and uplifting. Before becoming a rising star at the University of Tennessee, cornerback Ricky Gibson attended Hewitt-Trustful High School in Alabama and played for the football team. Ricky's preparing for another big season with the Vols, but took some time away from his workouts to visit his old stomping grounds, where he surprised the high school coaches and players with a $5,000 cash donation.
Whoa, I bet they love him.
Yeah, using that NIL money for good. Because the rules have changed in college football, players are able to earn money off the field, and because Ricky's such a big success on the field, he's also enjoyed some financial success off the field, so he was able to give a boost to the high school program that helped him move forward in his football career. So way to go, Ricky Gibson, University of Tennessee, giving back to his high school, even though it is in Alabama.
Well, but he's a Vol, so it's fine.
Yeah. I've been to Trustful.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
It's right outside of Birmingham.
I've heard of Birmingham.
Yeah. Another real good story. Patients at Memorial Hospital in Gulfport, Mississippi recently had their days brightened when window washers rappelled down the building with buckets and squeegees while dressed like superheroes. The window washers, dressed like Superman, Mr. Incredible, Batman, spent a little extra time outside the pediatric floor where they posed and smiled and played tic-tac-toe with the kids on the windows.
Great.
How awesome is that?
Yeah.
Jeff Wallace, who dressed up as Mr. Incredible, said, "We love to give back to the community. This is a special place for my wife and me because a long time ago, we spent a long time in intensive care here. We made it, so we really have a great admiration for this place." So how cool is that? What a great idea.
I love it that they stopped and made sure it was the floor where the kids were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they appreciated it more.
And could you imagine you're in the hospital and you see a superhero outside the window?
I know, right?
That's great.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one, it'd be cool to dress up like a superhero and rappel down the side.
Of course, yeah.
If you were into that. But to Ricky Gibson, the University of Tennessee football team, and to the Jeff Wallace and the other guys who were window cleaners at the Memorial Hospital in Gulfport, Mississippi. Y'all are real good. All right, this week is Ask Sheila. How many did I get right last week? 11 or no, it was 12. I broke the record.
Did you break it or was it 11?
I think I broke the record. I think I got 12 right for the week.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember us going, yeah, you broke the record. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Friday seems like a long time ago.
It does because they were like the weekend and we just Yeah, it's hard for me to remember.
All right, so Ask Sheila time. This looks like it's all about work.
Okay.
Okay, all about work.
All about work.
45% of employees surveyed said that it's never appropriate to do this with a coworker. What is it? 45% of employees said that it's never appropriate to do this with a coworker.
Go into business with them.
No.
Have a relationship with them.
No.
No hint? Because the reason last week, the reason you did so well is my hints.
That, and I'm pretty smart. It is an act of love.
Have children. An act of love. It's not dating.
Hug them.
I don't think that's right.
That's what it says here.
How many percent said
45% of employees surveyed said it's never appropriate to hug a coworker.
Well, then they ain't from the South.
Yeah, because the random people just hug you here.
Seriously. I'm a hugger. Don't mean I want you.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people here in the South are.
Sure. Yeah. 1/3 of people will do this at work 6 to 8 times each week. What is it?
Scroll on the computer, like shop on the computer.
No. This is actually something that you would do at work, not shop.
6 to 8 times. Well, that's been some of the other.
I know. 1/3 of people will do this at work 6 to 8 times each week. And has nothing to do with like killing time at work or not working. It should be like an actual part of
meet their deadline.
Your work day. No.
Eat at their desk.
No. You're with a group of people.
Have meetings.
Have a meeting. There you go.
Meetings.
Now that was a hell of a hint right there.
I gave some heck of a hints last week too.
That was awesome.
Remember how good I was with you in the hints?
That was an awesome hint right there.
That was real good, Jason. Thank you. So I got one.
You got one.
Got another question?
Yeah, of course. There's always 3, Sheila. Quit trying to rush me.
Sorry about that.
Golly.
Don't want to make him mad. He won't give hints.
Man, just rushing me through all this.
Yeah.
Got plenty of time. On any given workday, employees are 20% happier when this happens at work. On any given workday.
When they don't have to have a meeting. I said that to be funny.
That's right. On any given workday, employees are 20% happier when this happens at work.
When their boss is not there?
No, that's not it. But I know from our experience that we're happier when this happens.
When people bring food.
That's exactly right. Free food at the office brings 20% more happiness to the workplace.
It reminds me of an Instagram that I saw. Even the gorillas at the zoo, they were like giving them food. The gorillas had food in one hand. Even one was carrying it with one of his feet. And it was like, they're like us when we get food at work.
That is true.
Everybody's like, woo, free food.
Especially donuts.
Oh, makes the day better.
Everybody loves donuts. Hey, did anybody hear what happened with Ralph's? Did they get their
on the historic registry?
Did they get it or not?
Heard.
I haven't seen.
They need to have it.
I haven't seen anything or not. Now they just heard I guess the argument for it on Friday, so maybe they didn't make a decision right then. It's government, so chances are they did not make a decision right
They don't
then.
know yet.
It probably has to go to like several different committees.
Yeah.
And who knows what else, but
you would think that would just definitely pass.
They should just rubber stamp that
Exactly.
and move right along with it.
Agree. Don't even waste time with a meeting.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it and be over it. Well, all right, Sheila, you got 2 for the day. That's huge.
It's because of those great hints.
You know, it really was. Those were 2 great hints.
Thank you.
You never would have got it without
Appreciate that.
That's for sure.
You wouldn't have got half of those last week without me.
Today is Boys and Girls Club Day. So does that exist around here? I hear about it quite a bit on television.
I don't know if it is around this area. I think
they would
Nashville, maybe.
You think they would have been into the studio by now?
I don't think we have one here.
Yeah. It's also National Devil's Food Cake Day.
Now, Devil's Food Cake is good.
How did it get the devil part in there, though?
I would think it's probably so good the devil made you eat it kind of thing. It's sinfully good.
Well, and then I wonder about deviled eggs, because they weren't deviled
Which
before.
I like deviled eggs a lot, but there's a lot of people that don't like
Can you
them.
get deviled just by eating pickles? Like, what makes them deviled?
I don't know. I think devil's food cake is even better
than deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Well, I just wonder how that works. Are they
I don't know.
Are they possessed?
Sometimes we act like it
And
when we like try to eat all the deviled eggs, you know.
Today is Plant Something Day. We don't have to worry about that in my house.
Yeah.
Phew.
Donna's always planning and planting.
Man, and getting around these tiny little trees she's planted, mowing.
You're so worried you're gonna mow down one and not realize it.
She's got those orange flags beside them, but I'm scared to death.
If there's no orange flag, they could get chopped down quick.
Yeah, she even came
Mowed
out.
down.
She even came out and reminded me. Hey, don't forget. I was like, well, no, I see the orange flags, and then she says, "You've seen the orange flags before."
Yeah.
And she's right.
They've been there before, and you've mowed them down accidentally.
She was right. She's right about that.
Yeah.
They were there before. Anyway, some great guests coming up after 7 o'clock. In fact, I see one of them roaming around the Willow Window Studio now.
Miss Beauty Queen Jana Underwood from Gainesboro. She is United States of America Ms. Tennessee, so we'll talk to her next.
Ms.
MS.
Also, Sheriff Eddie Ferris will be here. Some news to talk to him about. All the time there's something to talk to him about, so can't wait for Eddie to be in here. That's all coming up a little bit later here on Good Morning Cookeville. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. If you're planning on purchasing a home or selling your home, start with Elevate Real Estate. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
TRN News.
The Memphis Fire Department has estimated $5.5 million in damages from the recent fire at historic Claiborne Temple. Officials say $3 million was lost in building and vehicle damage and another $2.5 million in content loss. The cause of the April fire remains under investigation, with the ATF's National Response Team expected to assist with the ongoing efforts. A federal jury has convicted a former Tennessee House Speaker and his chief of staff following a weeks-long public corruption trial. Glenn Casada and Kay Coffin convicted in a scheme to win taxpayer-funded mail business from state lawmakers. Casada found guilty on all 19 of his charges. Coffin found guilty on 17 of 19. The trial revealed a complex web of corruption which involved a fake company, bribery, and money laundering. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. It's like tiny nails in the air poke my lungs. I start to cough. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital.
Today, 1 out of 13 children suffer from some form of asthma, accounting for nearly 1/3 of all emergency room visits.
I feel like I'm choking. It's kind of like an elephant is on my chest. A little whistle sound comes out when I breathe.
But while your child may suffer from asthma, asthma doesn't have to make your child suffer. There are simple ways you can prevent your child's next attack. To learn more, log on to www.noattacks.org or call your doctor, because even one attack is one too many.
I feel like a fish with no water.
Brought to you by the EPA, the Ad Council, and this station.
Be aware, Tennesseans, a harmful and possibly deadly plant has spread around the United States. It's poison hemlock, and it grows year-round, but typically flourishes between March and May. Experts say this plant is toxic to humans and animals alike, saying its touch and particles can be harmful. The Department of Agriculture says poison hemlock has white flowers that grow in small clusters and tend to grow along fence lines, irrigation ditches, and other moist places. All parts of poison hemlock are poisonous, which include the leaves, the stem, the fruit, and the root. The USDA says ingesting the plant can lead to death. A former Tennessee House Speaker and his chief of staff found guilty following a weeks-long public corruption trial. Glenn Quesada and Kay Coffin convicted of a scheme to win taxpayer-funded mail business from state lawmakers. Quesada was found guilty on all 19 charges. Coffin found guilty on 17 of 19. The trial revealed a complex web of corruption involving a fake company, bribery, and money laundering. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. The Cookeville City Council has authorized Cookeville Regional Medical Center to borrow up to $13 million for the construction of a new 50-bed inpatient rehab center. Officials say construction is expected to begin in early 2026. It will take between 14 and 18 months to complete. A Cookeville man has pleaded guilty to reckless endangerment charges, accusing him of firing a gun into a restaurant near Tennessee Tech's campus last year. 31-year-old Chaz Colton Miller entered the pleas in court last week. Those felonies carry a sentence of 3 to 6 years, but Miller's plea agreement indicates he will seek judicial diversion. His sentencing hearing is scheduled for September 18th. Dr. Lori Mann Bruce has been named the next chancellor of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. The UT Board of Trustees approved the appointment last week. Bruce currently serves as Tennessee Tech's provost and vice president for academic affairs. Her appointment to UT Chattanooga becomes effective June 30th. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. Scattered shower and storm chances return to the region today. 1 or 2 storms could be strong with gusty winds and hail. Highs will top out in lower 80s. Southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Overnight, we may see a stray shower or storm with lows falling into the upper 60s. We're still watching Tuesday for the threat of severe weather. It appears the afternoon to evening hours will be our focus for the potential of damaging winds, large hail, and even tornadoes. Once thunderstorms clear out Tuesday night, we'll turn drier and cooler for the remainder of the work week. Highs will be in the mid-70s Wednesday, upper 60s to around 70 Thursday and Friday, with overnight lows in the upper 40s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning down up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic and share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, They share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around, events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:07. Good morning, Cookeville's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
And we are so excited to have United States of America's Ms. Tennessee. That's Jana Underwood. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Good morning. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. And especially taking time. This is a big week for you, heading out to Las Vegas to represent the great state of Tennessee.
Woohoo!
How? I mean, that's the coolest thing, to represent your whole state. And I know just by talking for a while there, you're a Tennessee girl. You're from Gainesboro, right?
I am from Jackson County, Gainesboro. I am so excited to represent my little hometown and the state of Tennessee.
What year did you graduate? You said you graduated from high school.
You're not supposed to ask a woman that.
I mean, I just want to not.
No, I want everybody to know. 2004.
2004. All right.
Class, yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
So, yeah.
And so have you always been into pageants, or is this a recent thing?
So that's an interesting piece of this puzzle, and they just had the Miss Poke Salad Festival. I don't know if you guys.
Oh gosh, yes.
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh, we love it, and we had we had a couple of folks on that put the Poke Salad Festival on and continued it.
Yes.
Because we were really afraid it was not going to happen anymore, but they took it and did a tremendous job.
Did a great job with it. Yeah.
So that was my last pageant. I was about 16 or 17 years old, and I was Miss Poke Salad Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And now, fast forward years later, and this has been my next pageant, and United States of America's Miss Tennessee.
So you're not like a really big pageant girl.
Not a seasoned vet in the pageantry.
That even makes it more special.
What made you decide? You know what? I'm gonna get out the old stuff and yeah, and get my walk back down and my wave right. What made you come back?
Now, Jason, that stuff never leaves us. That
walk
never leaves.
It's like riding a bike.
Yes,
that makes sense. So yeah.
So I say that this pageant has found me. I kind of have been looking for what's my next big objective or goal. And my best friend last year, she won United States of America's Mrs. And she kept encouraging me, and she just said, I think you would do great. She loves, the personality that comes out sometimes. And she's like, just go, please. And so I went and tried it, and here I am now as your Miss Tennessee.
That's amazing.
That is that's such a great story. Now, speaking of story, I don't know if you can see this little fella. She gave me a little duck with a crown on it. So what is this story behind the little duck with the crown on it?
So those are my signature little ducks. I like to just share. And during this whole process with the crown, I decided to get some queen ducks. And what that also opens up a door for is my platform that I have created during this time, which is called Cover Them with Kindness. And that helps bring children books, blankets, and after-school meals and snacks. For those that may not be going home that have that. So that is also another aspect.
Is that a state initiative, or is that a local initiative, or both?
It's began as a local, hopefully going to become a state. Looking for partnerships and anyone that might be interested in helping with that would be amazing. But that is in honor of being an Anita Underwood, and I'm just helping bring light to the statistic that Tennessee is 17.9% currently with that insecurity of food at home for children. So
it's a big problem here. And then to know that you're helping children, I know that I've seen some videos of you on your Facebook page, and you love those kids.
Oh my gosh, they're awesome.
You were loving on those kids.
I did not realize until I started these speaking engagements how fun and exciting that they were going to be with me in this whole process. They have given me so much energy and life, and I just want to give back to that so much. It's really been exciting.
Do little girls just look at you like, oh my gosh? I mean, because I have a 2-year-old granddaughter right now, and I got her a variety pack of tiaras. And so now all she wants to do is wear a tiara and sunglasses. So
she's a star.
Yeah. So I imagine that a lot of these little girls just look up to you and think you're like a Disney princess.
That is what happens, and I've literally just stood in one spot and been there for about 10 minutes of hugs, of just the sweetest, best hugs I have received, and they want to see the crown, and it's been really sweet.
What has been the most fun for you during this journey?
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of things.
I mean, because one, it doesn't seem like you were really expecting to be on this journey.
I didn't.
So I imagine there's been some surprises and some fun along the way that maybe you weren't expecting.
So I will say that stepping into this this platform, that the sisterhood that I have walked into has been immaculate. I say unmatched. There's been so many wonderful women across the country that's touching base with me each and every day that I have friends all over now. I didn't realize just how important and how strong everybody is there to support you. They want you to succeed. They want to fix your crown if it's crooked. It's
I love that. I love it.
It's not
So like girls women from other states help the other one out, even though they're competing against them.
It's yes.
This is why there's not this for guys. This is why this doesn't exist for men.
Well, I will say I think it's a movement to the good. I think kindness is the new mean girl.
Yeah.
I think we're tossing that out, and it's the new thing is I'd rather help you because together we all rise.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you're like me. I hate that people have thought all girls don't get along, all girls fight, and all girls argue, and all girls are jealous. And when you find other women lifting women up, I want more of that, and that's really great to hear that that's what happens.
Yes, ma'am. The cultural part of this, the stigma was, to come in, claws out. And I really don't. I don't feel that way.
That probably is what kept you from really being a part of it, and then they had to talk you into it. Now you're like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. It's better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not cutthroat at all.
No,
not like the Polk Salad Festival. No, that's a whole different deal.
I mean, that's
there.
your hometown.
Better watch out there. It's 7:15. We'll be right back with Ms. Tennessee. Jana Underwood. We'll find out about going to Vegas, how you can be involved and help Jana out. So stick around with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville. It's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate. Catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila with you here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. 7:17 now.
And we have Miss Jana Underwood. She is Ms. Tennessee from the United States of America pageants. And there are different pageants. So the United States of America pageants, which is the best. I mean, US of A.
That's right, yeah.
So coming up is the one in Vegas. That is the next one you go to. And what is it, the Nationals?
That is our national stage in Las Vegas this weekend. So it starts on the 23rd. That'll be the interview process, and they actually plan a big event for us where we get to all go to Cowabunga Bay and do the water park together and do all these fun things. Yeah,
And they'll probably record some of that too, right? Get footage?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all recorded. And then Saturday is the big, they do a patriotic wear this year, and then also the swimwear portion. And then Sunday will be the lovely gowns and crowning.
So they tape it all and then put it together for a television show. Do you know when that will air, or is it part live, or how does that work?
So they actually will be doing a live streaming this year.
Okay.
That is available. I have it on the website, United States of America Pageants. So
Okay.
you can just hop on there and it will be live streamed.
Well, that'll be fun to watch.
Oh, that would be nerve-wracking too, though. I mean, that'd be a big audience, not just TV, but probably a full, I guess, arena of folks.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare for that, or the questions they're going to ask you? Because we're just asking about you and our hometown girl, but they're going to ask like hard questions.
So they really want to know what you're going to do with your crown and your platform and your year with them. And so they just kind of want to hear a first 30-day plan, which mine is I'm going to Disney World. Like, I'm so excited, hello, I don't know what
I've got a big plan. Well, your platform is great because you're helping kids in our area with not only reading but feeding them and the kids that really don't have as much as others, and you want to make sure that they feel like they're not being left out at all. So that's a great platform.
Well, thank you. It's very true to my heart. It's something I definitely want to do and leave a legacy. And again, it's in honor of my parents, Ben and Anita Underwood, because they've always made everybody feel like family. And so that's the legacy I want with the crown.
And if you know, like when you're around and you're eating with your family, that just feels warm anyway. So that's kind of continuation of your mom and dad.
It's a great way to connect too with your family. You know, eating, having a bite with them, and it's probably a time where you're not so focused on other things, and you can sit and have that quiet, peaceful time. Hopefully, anyway, with your family, and have a discussion about just things going on in life. And that's invaluable, really.
Yeah. Yes.
I think so, anyway.
Yeah.
We know, your platform being that. Will you get to promote that on this national stage as well? So even though, let's say for some odd reason you don't win. Okay.
Let's not talk
Haven't even
like
thought
that.
about it. Haven't even thought about it. But go ahead.
But is that something that you plan on to continue doing, even without a crown?
I would love to continue.
You still have your Miss Tennessee crown.
Yeah, absolutely. I still have time with my Tennessee crown for
Yeah.
sure.
When will how long does your reign go for that?
That I'm not exactly sure.
But it's around a year, right?
Yeah, it's 2025. Yeah. So I will continue to pursue my Cover Them with Kindness as much as I can. Like I said, I'm looking for partnerships now, and one of my other sister queens, she actually put out a book called The Ucky Yuckies, and this book is about how young youth can deal with trauma. And I think that's an important
Mm-hmm.
to get out into the communities. And so that's going to be another objective as Miss Tennessee for sure that I want to pursue.
You know, I think people have the wrong idea about pageants sometimes because I really do think it helps you kind of get out of your comfort zone. You meet so many different people, you have the connections, and then you have that platform, the important platform that you're doing with kindness. And that really is a good example for other young ladies that you're working with really in the community.
Yes, and that is my goal, is to kind of reconstruct our ideas that we have put on pageantry, because when I stepped into this, I still had some old beliefs, old systems, and now that I'm in it, I have followed my light. I'm shining a bright light, and it has given me a microphone to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so grateful for it. I really am.
What do you think you talked about all the different things that you'll be doing in Las Vegas, whether that's the interview portion, the gowns, all the stuff. What do you think is your best of that?
Oh yeah, the best category.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about my gown. It is one of a kind. Mintuan. I don't know if you know who that is, but it is a one of a kind. No, Jason.
But it sounds like
I do not. I know. I do know who Carhartt is.
Okay, well,
she won't be wearing that, although I'm sure she has nothing against it.
There's another designer I know, Levi Strauss.
Okay. So that's my gown, and I'm so excited.
Are you allowed to tell us what color it is?
Yes, it is actually black and gold.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rich. I love that. That's classy.
Now, how did you? What made you choose black and gold, or was?
No, it chose me.
Okay.
I went into a huge gown store in Lexington, Kentucky, and every color, I went down every avenue, every road, and every time, me and my friend, she said, the gold, gold, gold. And so we kept going down that route, and then she actually remembered she had a brand new Mintuan black and gold dress in her closet that she never wore, and she had ordered, and I was like, put it on. That's
oh, wow.
That's how I found my dress.
Every story you have is so amazing.
Thank you.
It was meant for you to do that.
Well, did you? I mean, I'm sure you had to get it tailored. Or are you and your friend the
Barely.
Really?
Barely. Yeah. And shout out to the studio here in Cookeville that did the slight alterations, but
yeah.
Oh, barely did it.
Now, how long does it take to get ready to get out on stage? And I mean, it's not like your normal get ready. There's pageant.
That's a good question because I would be like all day.
Like there's pageant get ready, and I don't
your
know
hair get ready, your face, your
Right.
gown.
how long does that take, and what's the process of that?
So I've already had my consult with my hair and makeup artist in Vegas, and my call time is 3 a.m. I'm the lucky girl at school. Not. I get 3 a.m. and then my first interview isn't until I think 11 o'clock. So I wake up at 2:30. I go into hair and makeup, and I have to stay pristine, because of all. I mean, there's other girls that go.
Yes.
So I have to stay pristine until my
Fresh and ready to go.
Yeah, so that is a good question. It's something I'm not.
So what happens in between then? If something, I mean,
a lot of waiting sounds like.
I mean, like what if you get to thinking about the old Yeller movie and cry?
Well, I'm going to avoid that topic.
Yeah.
But they do. My makeup artist is wonderful. She did. I always get I get a touch up before.
Oh, okay.
Right before I walk in. No, I
was worried about that. I was like, man, you're gonna have to take some people just to fan you along the way. I mean,
because that's what we do. If we're about to cry,
Right.
don't.
Yeah. So it'll.
So from 3:30 in the morning to 11 is how long it takes to get ready for a pageant.
Well, but that's in case anything goes wrong, and they can touch up the dress. Like, you never know when you could step on the dress wrong and have to sew it up. I mean, there's all kinds of things.
So they've built in time. They've built in time
Extra
for
time.
accidents.
Yeah, you don't want to be like last moment thing.
Right, I got you.
And it's going to be live on TV and streaming.
Yeah, live streaming, and a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of other girls or women that will also be getting their makeup right after me. I mean, it's going to be filtered all day
Oh,
long.
that's
So
why
that's what it is. That's like,
Oh, I
I
see.
just got first call time, and then they're stacked.
Oh, so it's not really like a 3:30. You're not sitting in a chair
They're not
from
going to work
3:30
on her the
to.
whole time. She don't need that much work anyway. I mean, look
Well,
at her.
I know that, but I just know there's a difference
I know.
between normal getting ready.
Oh, it would be.
And there's a big difference between getting up and going to Walmart and then getting up and going to be in a pageant. Is what I'm
Speaking
saying.
of hair, will your hair be up? Will it be down?
I think we've discussed we're going to do all down, and I can't give away too many of my secrets, but there's going to be a little more of it.
Yeah. I
Little
gotcha.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Channeling my inner Dolly.
I like that. So I wanted to make sure people knows how they can vote for you for this next Vegas event.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell them that.
Okay, thank you. So they are actually doing a People's Choice voting right now. That is live, and they will take that into account into the scoring, and that is also on UnitedStatesOfAmericaPageants.com, and you'll see a link at the top that says People's Choice, and you'll just go on there and then scroll down, and I'm the girl in orange. You'll see.
That's right. Go Vols.
Go Vols.
GBO. That's right.
So we can help you by voting.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's part of her score.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then we need to get on that.
Yes,
and,
we
And we
do.
can do it all this week.
So I leave on Thursday. I think they turn it off on probably Thursday, so they probably stop.
Let's get to it.
We'll
Every day this week.
We'll vote till they shut us down. How about that?
We need to get on that. We need to share that link. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so the People's Choice, is that a separate award, or does that go into your final score?
I think it's an award, actually, now that you mention it as well, but I'm going for the score. Like, let's get
Right.
this
Yeah.
voting up
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
So after you win,
Yes.
what is the next step then? Is there like a Miss World or excuse me, Ms. World
wow,
or
yeah.
Ms. Universe or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of. This
Okay.
is where this is the top.
This is the
top. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, they do a big photo shoot for me, and that I will stay the extra day for. And then after that, I will get to walk in New York Fashion Week with
Ooh.
one of their sponsors, Mark DeFang. Yeah.
I really hope you win. I
Me
want to see
too.
her walking at New York Fashion Week.
Mark DeFang.
I'm so
What a
girling
cool
right now.
name. Mark DeFang.
He was like defame.
That's a cool name.
It
I
is
don't care who
really,
you
yeah.
are.
So I know you're into fitness too. Is that what you do? What you did before you become a pageant girl?
It was. I love my fitness stuff still, and I say it translated well into the pageant world. Just healthy.
That discipline too.
Yeah, the discipline, keeping a healthy mindset, and discipline.
Yes.
Just going every day.
So, like, what do you is fitness what you do for like a job?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She helps people train.
Yeah.
Okay. You're a personal trainer.
I am.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So.
And you know what? She would be a darn good one. She'd be like motivating without being mean about it.
I don't know. Last time I had a personal trainer, I had to go in the parking lot and throw up.
Oh.
She worked me so hard. It was
Well,
awful.
they don't want you sandbagging.
Yeah, well.
It was awful. I hurt myself. It was bad.
Maybe you need to try Jana.
Yeah, maybe I need a more low key. Do you have something
Well, I
for?
think she'd push us.
Do you have anything for mostly sedentary older men?
I think there's a plan for that.
Okay, all right.
I love that, Jason.
Well, I mean, I just wondered. I don't want to go and
He hardly ever calls himself old until he starts thinking about working out.
Well,
Then all of a
because working out will make you feel old.
Yes, it will.
Real
Right
in,
quick.
in a quick, yeah.
They're like, oh, I should have been keeping up with this.
Well, Jana, good luck. We're all rooting for you. We'll be sharing that link out to go and for the People's Choice portion. We'll be getting that shared out for you, and we'll be watching this weekend. But congratulations on winning Ms. Tennessee and getting to Ms. USA.
Yeah, what a good representation you
Let's
are
go
for
beat
Tennessee.
those. I know you don't want to talk bad about them. Let's go beat those other no good states.
That's right. That's right.
As long as you
'Cause we're
beat,
for our girl Jana.
as long as you beat Alabama, Florida, and Georgia, that's good. That's good.
He's doing a SEC thing.
Go Vols. As long as you win the SEC, that's all that matters. Everything else doesn't even matter.
But good luck. We know you're going to do great.
It's 7:31, and Sheriff Eddie Ferris will be in here next. Boy, we're talking about Beauty and the Beast this morning. Golly,
don't make Sheriff Eddie Ferris mad.
Well, I think he would agree. So he's coming up next year on Good Morning Cookeville. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. For a limited time, Ford has announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay. Everyone gets employee pricing. There's never, ever, ever, ever been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. See dealer for details. Some exclusions apply.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. Scotty Scheffler won his third major championship of his career yesterday, winning the PGA Championship by 5 shots. Scheffler finished at 11 under par, 5 clear of Bryson DeChambeau, Harris English, and Davis Riley. Scheffler joined Seve Ballesteros as the only golfers to win their first 3 majors by more than 3 shots. The Oklahoma City Thunder rolled past the Denver Nuggets 125-93 in Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals yesterday. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led with 35 points for OKC. The Thunder will host the Minnesota Timberwolves starting on Tuesday in the Western Conference Finals. The Philadelphia Phillies are losing reliever Jose Alvarado due to an 80-game suspension brought down by the MLB. Alvarado tested positive for the PED exogenous testosterone. The Phillies said it was from a weight loss drug that Alvarado was on during the offseason, but they will not appeal the ban. A jersey worn by Michael Jordan for 17 games during the 1992-1993 season sold at auction yesterday for $2.6 million. Jordan led the NBA in scoring that season for the 7th straight season, and the Bulls won their first three-peat. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila here in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Stop by and see them if you're in the market for a home, or maybe you have a home or some property you need to sell. Start with Elevate Real Estate. 734 now.
And we're happy to have Putnam County Sheriff Eddie Ferris in with us again this morning. Thank you so much for coming in on a Monday of all things.
No, it's always good to be here. It's just that you make me follow Miss Tennessee.
I
don't
know
what I can do with that.
Well, I mean, how do you do that?
You can't do it. I mean, looks is out, right?
I mean, we could get you a sash and a crown, but I don't think you'd look near as good in it.
So either.
And I think bringing down perps in it would be a little more difficult as well.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you doing something wrong and here comes Eddie Ferris with a sash and a crown on?
We're like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's not going to end well for anybody. Yeah.
Y'all got me all wrong.
He's not going to wear a crown and sash.
So we've had some things going on around Putnam County, and I don't know what all can be said about it, but I know you and I had talked just out and about some of the like the shooting outside of Walmart and,
sure.
and some of that other stuff. Some people being found in Nashville that are or y'all found somebody that Nashville was looking for? There's been a lot going on, but it seemed like with the Cookeville Putnam County connection.
Yeah, a lot going on, and it's really concerning. This is something that we've been really trying to monitor and get ahead of and stay ahead of for the last 2 or 3 years, actually. The narrative that's coming out of some of our bigger cities, and Nashville being the closest to us, is in the crime world of it is not good. And so it's really driving the crime up in neighboring counties. Rutherford County, Wilson County is all up. You mentioned the Walmart shooting here. You mentioned the trooper shooting back several months ago. That same weekend that we had the shooting over at Walmart, you know, we had a missing person, a real nice young lady that missing, and we put that out. The next day, Metro contacted us, and they had found that person, and obviously she had been murdered, threw out on the side of the road. All this is gang related. It goes back to the narrative of what's going on in some of our cities. And
now these are gangs like illegal immigrant.
No, not necessarily.
Okay, all right.
Gang, just Bloods and Crips and.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Gangs that's coming out of the Nashville area, and
of course, I-40 runs right through here.
I-40 runs right through here, and it's really concerning because those people are starting to move out. We see it in other counties before us, but it's certainly coming out here and affecting us. So we try to stay really close. A prime example of that, we mentioned the young lady that was missing from here.
Right.
When they found her and started working with our investigations that next day, the Metro detective said, look, we're going to help you all we can. We've had 14 homicides in 2 days.
Holy smokes.
So
And see, I wouldn't even think that with Nashville.
So
14 in 2 days.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with.
And what happens there, like you said, it moves on out to the other cities like us.
It moves out, and Nashville's not anywhere close to what Memphis is. So as far as the crime rate, Memphis is one of the top in the nation, not just here in the South. But so we're fighting a little battle right here that we've got to try to get some help on and try to stay vigilant here within our county, within the things that we can do here.
So what are those things, and do you work with, people up and down I-40 and always saying, hey, if you see this, then that? I mean, what's the process of finding these guys and weeding them out?
So most of it is intelligence, and most of that intelligence comes from working narcotics because that's all in the world.
That's the driver of it.
Driver of it.
Okay.
And so we spend a lot of time working not only here, but sharing intelligence and working with our Nashville partners and Lebanon and Wilson County and all the partners in between to sharing information. That's really what it comes down to.
And that really helps you know what's going on in their city because it will be coming here if it's there.
That's true. And then when those folks are visiting people here, back and forth, which they do sometimes. And so obviously we don't know everyone, but we know some. And so we know when those people come here in our county, they're doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. And so we start giving them attention really quick and trying to drive that out.
I got you.
Yeah.
So like when something happens in Nashville, are they automatically, do they contact the other law enforcement down the road, or do they get with TBI? I know TBI seems to be
not
involved in some things.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the above.
Okay.
It can be all the above, but really the driver is if we know those folks and we know they've been here. And once again, that comes from intelligence, which most of the time always comes from working narcotics.
Is there anything as, just normal everyday citizens that, something that, if we notice something, and how do you even notice if somebody's even a gang member or gang related? How do you do that?
So really the best way is simple. I mean, you got vehicles that's showing up to houses or people that you see going in out of your neighbor's house that's not normal, right? And they got out of county tags, and they're coming in at odd hours of the night, and they're bringing people you don't know. Just give us a call. It may be absolutely nothing,
right?
But
it might be something.
But it might be something. And so even if they're not doing anything illegal at the time, we want to know who those people are.
Mm-hmm.
We want to keep up with them, and we do.
Right.
So all that's important. Sharing information and communication and intelligence, that's how we try to stay ahead of this. Now, obviously, we're not mind readers. We can't always stop the crime, but
what about safety? I mean, you guys can't be at every door of every store.
We can't be at every door of every store.
As far as, being out and about, what's something that I guess that should have been the question I asked, is something, as we stay vigilant, which we need to as a citizenship, stay vigilant. How do we protect ourselves from being in that situation?
So just being mindful of your surroundings. I mean, it's pretty simple. We talk about it a lot on a lot of things, but just be mindful. You're pulling in to get gas. Well, who's there?
Mm-hmm.
Does something look funny? Does it look fishy? If it is, maybe go to another station,
mm-hmm.
Or give us a call. Either one.
Mm-hmm.
Just be mindful of what's going on around you, and try to be smart. I mean, it's never. Obviously, we live in a safe place here in Cookeville and Putnam County.
Well,
we're trying very hard to keep it that way.
That's true, but I think we can get a little stuck in that. Oh, we're in Cookeville. Nothing's going to happen in Cookeville.
Ron,
we're
you're
fine
looking down
here.
at your phone at the gas station. You need to notice who's around you.
Eddie's got this. There's no troubles. We're right here in our little bubble of Cookeville, but that's not all necessarily true.
No, it's not true, and it can happen. So we got to stay vigilant. Once again, you mentioned it, Sheila, about the corridor of I-40 and all the interstates, and used to that was a big deal. Right now we got 111 and all the other.
Yeah, 111 is just as busy anymore. It seems.
Yeah.
And just the amount of traffic. I mean, you notice used to we could get on and go to Nashville, and we'd see a few cars, and things would be pretty busy once you got closer to Nashville. But it is
now it's busy all the way to Nashville.
Sometimes you have trouble getting on the interstate.
Amen.
I mean, it is absolutely bonkers about the number of vehicles that's on the road now.
And I think people would be surprised at how many bad people come through I-40, and they could get off to get gas, like you said.
Absolutely.
And,
bad people need McDonald's too.
Yeah. And gas. And then they might have gang members that live here that go to Nashville to join them or be with them.
That's true.
I mean, we never know.
They're always looking for safe havens, right? They're looking for friends outside of the area they can go to and let things cool off.
Go hide out.
Little hideout. And so, Cookeville's a little place for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we just got to be vigilant about, things we see. It's not normal. It's not right. Please let us know. And we're always looking. We're always searching. We don't obviously hit them all. We've talked about before a little bit about license plate readers. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We have those in a lot of places here in Putnam County. We do that to keep the citizens safe and to help us solve crimes that's happened and missing people and all the above, right?
What are license plate readers?
So those are devices on the side of the road that when the vehicle goes by, it reads the tag and it takes a picture of the tag and the vehicle.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so we've got them stationed out throughout our county to where it's really hard to go in and out of the county on any road, even if you're trying to avoid it and not get captured. Now, those things, a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions that we're sitting there monitoring who's, driving who.
You're not being Big Brother down there at the sheriff's department.
We're not
all
being
right.
Big Brother. We don't have time for that. That's not what those are designed for at all. But if we know there's players, for instance, gang members that's coming out of Nashville and visiting here, and we know what they're driving, the 2 or 3 vehicles, we can input those.
I got you.
And they come up through here, that will click and notify and let us know that they're in the area. And
wow,
you've got a reason to be finding them, then it certainly makes it easier to do.
Well, that can help on many different things. I'm sure it can help on a missing person too.
Amazing piece of technology.
It helps on many things. So let's go back to the narrative of, say, Nashville Metro.
Mm-hmm.
Their mindset down there and their council, and they won't let them put any license plate readers out in Metro Nashville at all. They don't have any.
Okay.
Why is that?
Well, they don't want to. The mindset on apprehending and catching criminals and going after these people are not something they want to do.
Because there's a lot of them in that area.
Well, there's a lot of them, but that's something that should be at the top of their list.
Yeah.
So let's don't forget, the police chief answers to the mayor and the council.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't march to that drum, you don't keep your job.
Right. Yeah. You get fired.
That's the biggest difference mostly between. There's a lot of difference, but that's one of the main differences between a police chief and the
But
sheriff.
we see how something like that affects us in this area.
Absolutely, because they're not taking care of business. It's spilling over out to all the other counties, including us now.
Yeah.
Wow. Talking to Putnam County Sheriff Eddie Ferris. He's in the studio here with us, the Willow Window Studio. Good morning. Cookeville's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. More with Sheriff Eddie Ferris coming up here in just a little bit, so hang out with us. Be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931 Window 1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate. Catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Monday morning forecast. Scattered shower and storm chances return to the region today. 1 or 2 storms could be strong with gusty winds and hail. Highs will top out in lower 80s. Southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Overnight, we may see a stray shower or storm with lows falling into the upper 60s. We're still watching Tuesday for the threat of severe weather. It appears the afternoon to evening hours will be our focus for the potential of damaging winds, large hail, and even tornadoes. Once thunderstorms clear out Tuesday night, we'll turn drier and cooler for the remainder of the work week. Highs will be in the mid-70s Wednesday, upper 60s to around 70 Thursday and Friday, with overnight lows in the upper 40s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here, live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:48.
Putnam County Sheriff Eddie Ferris is joining us. We've been talking about some of the things going on in the Putnam County area, of course, and this area is growing so much. That really affects, I'm sure, the sheriff's office as well.
Oh, it really does. We actually talked about that last week in our budget meetings. Of course, it's budget time this time of year, and to the commission and the budget committee. But yeah, the number of people that's here is just unbelievable. Now compared,
It's not just Cookeville; it's the whole county.
Yeah, the whole county, and then you talk about the other. We think it's probably 20,000 that comes in every day, probably from other counties, surrounding counties. So you add that on top of it, it really becomes busy for us. I told the commission last week during the budget, just phone calls coming in dispatch, right? Not to the whole sheriff's office, just to the dispatch, was over 950,000 this past year.
So and what was that like maybe 5 years ago? It's a huge difference.
Oh, it's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. Now, on one hand, we're encouraging that because you've always heard me say, when in doubt or if you need us, please call us. We want to get ahead and stay on the front, and people are taking heed to that, and I'm glad they are. But that's busy. We're really busy, and so we had calls for service last year around 30,000, give or take, just a couple of hundred. Of deputies that's going out, that's answering the calls. Now, thank goodness, most of those amount to very little, but some of them do, and some of them takes time.
Well, you got those calls coming in, plus all the other duties that a deputy does, as far as through the court system and things like that.
Serving papers, civil and criminal, and looking for bad guys. Of course, you see our Warrant Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
there we like that.
My favorite part is when you just appear. Like there's no transition. It's just like there's the podium, then all of a sudden Eddie just bloop appears.
You know what's funny is a couple of years ago we did Warrant Wednesday, and it did okay, but we didn't think it was that good. We thought it was okay, and we stopped. And then as soon as we stopped, people started, "Hey, where's Warrant Wednesday?"
Yeah,
people want to know.
So we started back, and it seems to be really good. And there's some of them that's very difficult to find, and some of them we find pretty quickly.
How much do the average citizen and the public help on stuff like that?
Probably half, really, truthfully.
Really?
I think that's why you're so open to come and talk to us about things.
It is. So a lot of times we know they're in an area. We may even know where they're staying, but we don't know when they're coming and going. So just a phone call by a neighbor or something
Gotcha.
helps us zero in on that.
Is that how, this was a couple of years ago, the person you called at the fairgrounds that were planning to do something bad at the fairgrounds?
The explosive.
Citizens let you know about that.
Absolutely they did. Absolutely.
And I think that's fantastic.
Yes.
Because if anything bad is going to happen, it's rather to be safe than sorry when somebody's wanting to hurt other people.
Safe than sorry. And here's the thing, you don't know how big or how little that may be when you first call, but in that case it could have been huge. It was huge, right? And then in some cases maybe not so much, but no harm, no foul. We're fine. We want people to call us when in doubt. Let us get ahead of it. If you get in the ditch, right? If you run off in the ditch and you keep going, you sort of mess things up really bad, right? If you get in the ditch and call a wrecker and get it out, your car is usually okay.
Right. Yeah.
You want to get ahead of it early. I don't know.
You don't get stuck in the ditch.
We don't want to get stuck in the ditch because once we get there, then more bad things that happen. So we don't want that to work, and we're certainly glad doing it, and that's what we do, serve the public, and we're glad and happy to do it.
You were talking during the break that this is it Motorcycle Safety Week?
Motorcycle Safety Month.
Okay.
May is, and so we want to be aware of that. We have a lot of motorcycles. We mentioned the traffic. But we our wrecks here we're having several. I don't think we're having the last time I looked and checked, we're not really having any more that fatalities necessarily, but we're having more normal fender benders.
Gotcha.
More wrecks. So we'd like to.
And a fender bender with a motorcycle can turn out to be a whole lot worse.
That's not good.
Yeah,
it's not good, and so we want to try to stay ahead of that, and I think. The traffic's so bad just about anywhere you go here in Putnam County on the roads because there's so many vehicles now. And if you get a road that you got a little freedom, people tend to speed up and maybe go over the speed trying to make a little time.
Yeah, I got a straightaway right in front of my house, and sometimes it's a racetrack,
Yeah.
And
I'm sure you notice that a lot, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's great entertainment for me, but probably dangerous and stuff like that. But I live on a road that's not very well traveled.
Yeah, a little curvy up on Rocky Point.
Little curvy, yeah. But so I do have a question about motorcycle safety. So I don't do this because I'm courteous when I mow my yard. All the grass clippings and stuff, I try my best. Obviously, on some of these windy days, some grass clippings do get on the road, and I've heard back and forth. Is that illegal? Or is it just to put your grass clippings out on the road for because I know it's dangerous for motorcycles, or is it just frowned upon?
No, I don't. I don't know of anything that's illegal unless you did that on purpose, right? But it is very dangerous for a motorcycle. We know how big motorcycle tires are, right? So you've already got a small patch of rubber that's tracking on the ground to keep traction for the motorcycles, and it doesn't take very much, grass clippings and so on and so forth,
and leaves,
loose gravels, leaves. To do that. So just be mindful. Just be mindful if you can. Once 2 or 3 vehicles go by, it's usually gone, but eventually Murphy gets somebody, and most motorcyclists certainly try to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
But it still can be, it still
Okay.
can be something that causes an accident.
Well, speaking of motorcycles, Run for the Wall happened yesterday, and we have a lot of motorcycle
It was
drivers
really,
here.
Yeah, it was really good. We had I think it was around 200. We, of course, our motors and some other law enforcement, city and THP, we brought them in.
Escorted them in.
Escorted them in from from the county line down west, and even our helicopter was up monitoring the situation, making sure everything was safe on them. But it was good. I mean, it was really exciting. Back in 19, me and 12 other some mostly law enforcement people actually rode with them all the way up.
Oh, really?
Here, yeah, it was nice. It was good. But
That's awesome.
It's a really good group, and obviously for the right reason, Run for the Wall, Vietnam Wall, and Memorial, and all that. So, really good folks. See a lot of folks over and over each year that does it every single year. But they're real passionate about it, as they should be, and just a good group. But it was a good time yesterday. As far as I know, it was all safe and no problems.
Well, they're always good when they come through anyway, and they visit our restaurants.
Well, their stories are so uplifting too. I mean, just to hear, well, some of them are uplifting, some of them will make you cry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just to hear the things that they've gone through and how they've survived and thrived it's amazing.
It is, and they, I don't think they just tell us this, but every year they say how nice people are here in Cookeville, and how welcome they are, and how special that we make.
Well, we're still mostly patriotic around
make
here. I
them
mean,
feel, and they really enjoy coming here. So I hope they continue to do so.
Just moving forward, how are things at the Justice Center, and are you looking for employees still, or?
Well, so we're good on the correction side. The new jail addition has certainly been wonderful and working out really well for us. We're averaging about 400 inmates.
Wow.
We can hold right at 800, so we're about half capacity. But we are looking, based on how busy we are looking for a few more deputies. I haven't really asked for really commissioned deputies since I've been here, other than SROs that are now currently in all of our public schools, and one private school. And so we're needing a few more deputies. We have events, as you know, just about every day, every evening, and for sure every weekend. And we cover all those events. Some people ask us to, and some we just do on our own.
Right.
We want to be there and make sure we're keeping traffic safe, and whatever may be, whether it's a 5K run or some kind of toy motorcycle ride or whatever it is. We want to stay on top of it, so we do that, and it just takes people to do it.
Sure.
It takes bodies to do it. So we're getting asked to do more and more. Public are asking, and I'm glad they do. But, trust us to do it. But I need a few more deputies. But things are good.
Good.
I wish y'all could have made it. I don't think you did. But to the law enforcement memorial service last week, we had a great turnout for that. It turned out good. We honored the 4 deputies that had been killed in the line of duty there at the sheriff's office over the years. So that turned out good. We had Aaron Tippin and Thea there.
Oh, wow.
They sung for us. And then Chelsea Rose is one of our guest speakers, so she did great. And Congressman Rose's wife, and so we had a good day.
That sounds great. Sheriff Eddie Ferris here in the studio with us. Thank you so much for taking time and letting us know what's going on in the world of Putnam County and law enforcement, man.
It's a pleasure. Like being with y'all folks.
Coming up tomorrow, Sheila, who we got?
We've got from the Silver Fern, Brandy and Bree. They will be in with us. They're moving next to the west side, so we'll talk to them about their new move.
All right, that's all tomorrow here on Good Morning Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate, live here in the Willow Window Studio. See you guys tomorrow. Bye now.
Bye.